Hello, welcome back to our TCAP commentary. So today we're gonna do Jerry Wayne Kosis, right? So we're gonna do him, a fan request by Just a Head Crab, also known as JU5TAH3ADCRAB, or Crab, I guess. Yeah, so they say Ludi back at it with another banger, man. Parentheses. You should, I guess, do Jerry Wayne Kosis soon. Smiley face. Bro is pumping out content like how TCAP pumps out these banger episodes, man. Listen, man, I'm here, man. Anyway, yeah, so thanks to the head crab, I guess, for the recommendation, man. So we're getting started. If you like TCAP, check out the channel. I have a lot of videos. I don't think I've seen Jerry Wayne for the channel just yet. I think I've heard about him, though. I think I've heard about Jerry Wayne Kosis. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna start it. Like I said, I watch a lot of TCAP. Check those out. I have a lot of police interrogations as well. I like the video. Subscribe for all the fun, right? Anyway, yeah.
Anybody home?
Anybody home?
You got a workout today.
Say what?
So I had a nice little walk today.
Oh my god.
Where did you have to walk from?
Oh,
Way.
Why don't you come on over here and have a seat on the stool?
Yes, I remember this guy. I
Where
watched
did
it
you
for.
walk from today?
I watched it for me though. Like I watched it for myself. That's what. Or I think I watched Walls watch it. Regardless of. Oh way. Oh, so good, man.
Oh, way.
Why don't you come on over here and have a seat on the stool?
Sure.
Where did you walk from today?
Oh, from,
Please sit down.
Riverside.
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 How far was the walk?
I don't remember. It was pretty far, though.
Yeah. What would make you walk so far on a Sunday morning?
I don't know.
I am outside to say hi and meet a friend.
Hi, and meet a friend.
This
Yeah, but I
guy's
probably got the wrong address.
The wrong address,
Most likely.
most likely. And why do you say that?
No, because I wrote down 77.
77.
Yeah, 17.
So what makes you think you got the wrong address here?
Well,
Chris, man, leave him alone, man. Oh my god, he's trying to get this information out of him, and it sucks because you can tell he's so flabbergasted by him being jump scared by Chris Hansen, man. He's trying his best to make up an excuse, but he doesn't have anything, which is sad. It's sad because I feel bad that he's kind of slow. I can just tell already, but
7.
yeah, 17.
But he's still a predator, right?
So what makes you think you got the wrong address here?
Well, I'm just guessing.
You're just guessing.
Okay.
And who was your friend who you were coming to see?
I believe it would be Chloe.
Chloe. Right. Well, you've got the right address for Chloe.
I do.
Yeah.
I know.
And how old is Chloe?
He's like, oh man, that didn't work. Oh man. He's like, oh crap, right? That didn't work. It was never gonna work. Jerry Wayne, right? Oh Lord.
And how old is Chloe?
Okay, I believe about 18.
18?
He took all that time to come up with the worst answer, man. 18.
18?
He's like, oh crap. What's the legal age for consent, man?
Okay, I believe about
18.
18.
18? Well, that would
Wrong.
make it better for your story if she was 18, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because she'd be an adult then.
Yeah,
And
I
there
know.
wouldn't be a problem with you visiting her.
Yeah,
But that's not what she told you on the internet, is it?
I believe not.
You
Oh
believe not.
man, this
I think you know.
man, everything's moving by so quick. Chris has not let this guy breathe for a little bit, man. He's like, oh yeah. Like, oh,
This
poor
Chloe.
guy, man. Poor guy isn't like
Okay.
he's getting destroyed, but
I believe about
18.
18.
18? Well, that would make it better for your story if she was 18, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Because she'd be an adult then.
yeah, I
And
know.
there wouldn't be a problem with you visiting her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's not what she told you on the internet, is it?
I believe not.
You believe not. I think you know.
Yes.
And what age did she say?
I believe 13.
13.
Oh my god.
And how old are you?
30.
30.
30.
And your name is?
Jerry.
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 What's your last name?
Kosis.
And why did you come here, Jerry, to see a 13-year-old girl?
I'm outside of maybe...
Why does he sound like he's guessing? Like, this is what I sound like whenever I don't know the answer to a question in my class. He's like, if I just had to throw a guess out there. Like, why does he sound... You know what you did, man.
I'm outside.
It also sounds like whenever he was like answering the age of the girl, he's like, no, I gotta have to remember, what's the legal age? I forgot completely. And then he finally gets it. He's like, nope, you're wrong.
Outside of maybe starting a friendship, nothing else serious.
Starting a friendship.
Yeah.
And
friendship.
do you see an issue with a 30-year-old man starting a friendship with a 13-year-old girl who's
Yeah, I
all
can
alone?
see. Yeah, I see that.
You see why that might be a problem? for you?
Yes.
And do you have children yourself?
None.
None. What made you feel so comfortable coming into a home
Comfortable.
where there was apparently a 13-year-old girl home alone?
Well, outside and maybe wanting to be, I guess a mentor or something like that.
A mentor?
A mentor. Oh my god. Even okay, I'm gonna say a couple of things about that idea. Number one, I would not trust you to teach me about anything, by the way, because I could tell you don't know, right? So that's number one. Number two, what a typical lie. You know what I mean? You're here to mentor her. A mentor is crazy. I don't know how to feel about that excuse whenever a predator says that, because it's like, I guess that's the most reasonable and okay, reason you could be at this girl's house. Like, there's no other reason for you to be here other than you're here to maybe teach her, right? Which a predator would have taught her about something which is nasty as hell and horrible. But it's not like you can be a neighbor, because you're not her neighbor. You're not her friend, because that's weird. The only reasonable thing would be you're here to teach her or, babysit, which is not a good answer because they know you're not there for that. I'm surprised no one has said that. Oh, I'm here to babysit or something. I don't know.
In what way?
Positive, I would hope.
Positive.
Great.
So how were you going to mentor this 13-year-old girl?
Chris, please. He can barely think for himself, man.
Most of the things I would do would just be all within that I could possibly, get to. I'll give anybody.
What?
Be a big brother or not.
Big brother.
Big brother.
Aspect, yes.
So you were coming here to be the big brother.
I would like to try to be one.
He makes it sound so bad. You're here to be her big brother.
It's possible.
And what kind of things
possible.
in your mind does a big brother do with his 13-year-old adopted sister?
Well, how about with homework?
How about with
Oh my god, bro. Do not get anywhere near this girl's homework because you're going to fail her, by the way. Number two, oh my god. Help her do homework is crazy. Because first of all, if I was 30 and I had a 13-year-old, almost a daughter, sister, best believe I'm not helping you with the homework, by the way. I don't love you that much. Relax. I'm not helping nobody with
That's handy.
homework. Unless I'm getting
What
paid.
else?
Talk about things that if possible. Think,
Please don't.
Give brotherly advice.
Please don't tell me he's gonna go, oh yeah, dating advice, because that'll be the worst you could say in the situation, man.
Talk about things that if possible. Think, give brotherly advice.
Brotherly advice.
About what?
About things like what?
Anything in general,
Anything in general.
if possible.
Now, the kind of brotherly advice you talk about in your chat here
Oh, please, Chris.
doesn't seem like the wholesome kind of homework type advice you're talking to me about.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
There's some pretty inappropriate stuff in here.
Yes.
And the kind of mentoring you're talking about in your chat
God.
involves...
Breaking
Yeah.
the law. Like, I don't know how to feel about him legit not reacting whenever Chris is trying to essentially tell him that, hey, you've kind of screwed up here. He's just like, yeah, like what?
Involves
Yeah.
her doing some sexual things to you.
I never said anything in that nature.
Well,
Oh my
her getting
god!
on top of you and urinating on you.
How?
Oh, the twink toilet, man.
Top of you and urinating on
That's a name I have not heard in a while, by the way. If only Twink, man, do you not understand how famous Twink Toilet would have been if him and Chris Hansen interacted? It would have been one of the most famous interviews that Chris Hansen has ever given in his life, and you have to give me that one, because just the fact of his chat log and who he is pre and post TCAP made him such a memorable guy. Imagine what he would have told Chris. The amount of BS that came out of his mouth in the police interrogation is a testament to that, because he was saying the most unreasonable things. Like, he was giving some really dumb excuses and just admitting to it, which would have been so good for TV. But no, Chris had to catch the big fish, right, and get himself and NBC into a lot of trouble.
on you.
How?
I got the chat right
Okay.
here, Jerry. I mean,
Why is he
I can read it
staring
back
so
to you if you
hard?
No.
Jerry, I mean,
He's like, oh crap, my life's over.
I can read it back to you if you like.
No, you don't have to.
Please
You talk
don't.
about
You don't have to, Chris, please.
whether or not she drinks. You talk about tickling her.
I am a tickle monster.
Yeah, that.
And also just a monster in
But-
general, man.
Nothing.
You talk about seeing her cuter side. What's my cuter side if you pull your pants and panties down?
Oh my god, that. Oof! I think that did it for me. Oh my god, I'm uncomfortable. What's my cuter side? Oh my god, this guy is worse than I thought. I've always preached, right, that the Chalogs paint these guys in a much worse light. Obviously, it is true. I'm not saying that it's like a false thing, but if it was a possibility, I'm saying it as if it's impossible, but reading an entire Chalog is just long as hell to begin with. But reading a Chalog, finding the contest, seeing what type of person they are online, then seeing them in person must change your world view of them, or your view of them in general, completely. Like, this guy probably says some of the most raunchiest stuff to the decoy.
I said if I would see.
What?
I was trying to dance around that.
Yeah, well, you were trying to dance around it. How did that work out for you?
Not very good.
Skipped over it, I believe.
What's wrong with
I
him?
don't want to get that far into that side of a chat.
You didn't want to get too far on that side of a chat.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
talk about what kind of clothes you'd like her to wear. Tank top. A micro mini skirt.
Oh my.
She asks about panties, and you say,
Just stop there, man. I can't believe. Whenever the predators tell the decoys what to wear, and it's always the most, like, how can I say, like, stereotypical sexy outfits, like, for adults, for kids. It's so, oh my god, it makes me genuinely uncomfortable, because I'm just like, I don't want to picture that. And it's just the fact that that type of outfit should be worn for an adult, first of all. Like, adult woman is so, I'm not gonna go into it, but how can you not want that over? Oh, well, why would you want a child instead of that, a fully grown? Oh my god, not to be like a simp or anything, but man, there's so many beautiful women out there, man. Best believe, like, there's no reason to turn to no damn children, man. Oh god, man. I should sit here for a little bit, Ed. How is y'all's day going, by the way? How are y'all? Because I'm sure that you guys are going through your day. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're in lunch. Maybe you're eating that sandwich, that sub sandwich, man. Oh, man. You didn't get me one? I'm just kidding. But anyway, probably going through your day, and then you sit down to relax to watch me. But then here I am putting you in an uncomfortable situation by making you watch this with me, man. Oh, I'm so sorry. But anyway.
You can't go without that? I mean, you basically ask her to urinate on you.
Oh, my God.
Right?
All right.
I thought this guy would just be funny. This is horrible.
Is that appropriate talk to have with a 13-year-old girl?
No, it's not.
Then why did you?
You think. You think.
Wasn't thinking too clearly.
Do you do this sort of thing often?
No.
So I suppose this is the first time
I have a
done anything
headache.
like this.
Yes.
But saying it's the first time really doesn't matter because you're here and you were willing to do it. So that really doesn't get you off the hook, does it?
No.
What do you do for a living, Jerry?
I'm a park attendant.
A park attendant. And
What?
presumably in that position you have contact with teenage
children.
kids, girls and boys.
Park attendant.
All at the legal age, I guess 18.
What?
So when you say park attendant, what exactly do you do?
And then they go around pick up trash and stuff like that.
In public
Oh
parks?
my
In what
God.
city?
LA.
LA.
Oh
And so
my.
you're in the public parks and you're exposed to kids.
Pretty much.
Is this appropriate behavior?
Bro, that is scary. Oh my God. I genuinely need a minute. My God, that is horrifying. Like, you're out, with your family, right? It could be your daughter, your son's, like, it's 10th birthday or whatever, right? And they have their friends over, they're having a party, at the park or whatever. And here's this creep just going around, looking at everyone, looking at all the kids, picking up trash. So unassuming, right? That's straight out of a horror movie, by the way. Just the idea this guy could just be hiding in plain sight while there's kids running around and he's talking like this to a teenager, a damn minor. Like, this is scary stuff, spooky stuff, man. Oh God, man. I'm just gonna be straight up. Who requested this, man? Headcrab, man. How dare you, man? Now you've made me sad. How dare you? I thought this was gonna be a funny video. Nothing else. Just funny, entertaining. We're gonna see a guy get laughed at, whatever. But turns out this is really bad. Creepy Predator Uncut, man. You have not said half
For
of
somebody
it.
who is out in the public and has contact with children, teenagers.
No, it's not.
So what should happen to you, Jerry?
No. You dealt with under the legal extent of the law?
Oh my God.
Did you
Oh,
bring
I'm
anything
so
with you?
tired.
Nope.
Anything for Chloe?
Nope.
You're sure?
Positive.
Well,
I'm gonna find out.
there's a couple things you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teens on the internet. If there's anything else you'd like to say, we'd like to hear it. If not, you're obviously free to go.
Okay.
The soul zoom out, man. So good.
Feel free to leave.
Okay. Would it be possible to ask if I can be anonymous or would I be just the
Keep it anonymous is insane.
We have made no decisions as to who's going to be in the story yet. We just don't know.
Okay.
But you're free to go.
I understand.
Christ on a bike, man. No, Ron Knight appears is kind of sad though. He has a limp. What? Why does he have a limp? I need to check out his Teacup Wiki after this, obviously, but still, I never noticed that. I didn't know that. Man, I screwed up.
hands behind your head. Put your hands behind your head. Go down to your knees.
Bro, that is a crazy pull-up, man. He just, he opens the door and he has a gun just pointed at him the whole time.
Turn around and put your hands behind your head. Put your hands behind your head. Go down to your knees.
Okay. One arm.
Okay. Put your hands behind your head.
Is this just going to be temporary or just temporary?
Temporary.
Fine.
Okay, because I just don't want to be out here too long, you know? Now you're going to go home quickly.
You want to go home quickly?
Yeah.
Got some place to go?
No.
Dogs, man. Ah, Christ, man. I don't know what to say anymore, man. Let's just go into the damn TCAP wiki, man. Let's just read this TCAP wiki. Jerry Wayne. Jerry Wayne Kosis. Oh, I actually have a headache. I blame the head crab, man. I blame you for all of this. By the way, I would have been enjoying my day, my Thursday night, man. I would have been enjoying well, actually, it's not nighttime. I would have been enjoying my Thursday afternoon, right? But then I have to be sitting here, right? Because you forced me to watch this. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, man. Jerry Wayne Kosis. Chris Hansen. How far was the walk? Jerry. I don't remember. Jerry forgetting the walk he literally just went on. Chris Hansen, you did? Where'd you have to walk from? Oh, way. Jerry's senseless answer to Chris Hansen. Most of it was senseless, man. Jerry Wayne Kosis, aliases JMK Kosis, relatives mother and father, former park attendant, public transport aficionado, which I guess because that's he took the, look at him, man. Jesus. Is that him? Wow. Huh. Anyway, he was born May 2nd, 1975. Genders male, height 6'3". My God, weighs 230 pounds. Eye color brown and hair color black. Jerry Wayne Kosis is an unaired suspected. Is an unaired? He was unaired. That's weird. He's an unaired suspected predator caught in the Riverside, California edition of The Catch a Predator. He is something of a cult figure in the TIGA community. Oh crap! Sorry, I had a yawn. He is something of a cult figure in the teacup community due to his odd speech patterns, creepy appearance, and seemingly minimal intellect. Biography. Jerry Wayne Kosis was 30 at the time of the sting and was a park attendant in Los Angeles area, mainly going around and picking up trash. Chat. Kosis started an online conversation with a perverted justice decoy who was posing as a 13-year-old girl named Chloe. While the conversation was not sexually explicit as some of the other predators caught in the sting, Jerry asked whether she wanted a boyfriend and if she wanted one her age. By asking if she was ticklish and indicating how he wanted to tickle her, he then began to test her boundaries. She remarked she would likely pee on him, but he didn't seem to care. Jerry urged her to wear a dress or skirt and take off her underwear as she could urinate on him more. Jerry then instructed the decoy to hold her pee for him. Jerry claimed he wanted to be under her when the decoy said she urinated herself. Jerry then began to discuss her cuter side. Bro, oh my God. Asking if she would take her underwear down for him, he also tried... I am not saying that. You can read it if you like. I'm not saying that, man. But the decoy swiftly rejected that idea. A sting and arrest. Jerry boarded a bus and walked to the sting house. When he arrived, asking if anyone was home, the decoy asked if he brought her any chocolate, which he denied. He immediately headed in the decoy's direction after hearing her voice. When Chris Hansen came out and asked where he came from, Jerry said, "Oh, way," pointing vaguely behind him. Jerry insisted that his primary goal in visiting was to be a friend to the girl. He then asserted that he had come over to help the girl out. Jerry claimed he wanted to attempt to be a good role model and a big brother to her. He said he would provide her with brotherly advice and assist her with her homework. Chris shot down all those excuses, emphasizing once more he had the chat log. Jerry declared that he didn't want to engage in extensively sexual conversation. Chris asked Jerry what he does for a living, and Jerry tells him then Chris asked Jerry if that is appropriate talk about being all this grammar is so bad. If that is appropriate talk having to have with a 13-year-old girl, and Jerry says no, it is not. Jerry also remarked that he wasn't thinking too clearly when asked why he mentioned being urinated on by the girl. After Chris stated he was with Dayline NBC and the cameras came out and started to roll, Jerry asked to stay anonymous. After Chris explained he couldn't promise that as he did not know who would be featured in the story yet, Jerry politely accepted, saying he understood. Jerry then got up from the stool and left the Sting house. As he was walking outside towards the backyard fence, he was arrested by Detective Chad Bianco, who told him to get on his knees with his gun drawn since the other cops were busy arresting other predators in the street. Oh man, that is insane. Anyway, the aftermath. Jerry was originally charged with attempted lewd and lascivious acts with a child under 14 years of age and attempted to annoy or molest a person believed to be under 18 years of age, both felonies. His bail was set at $50,000. Jerry tried to fight his charges, and it took more than 3.5 years from the day of his arrest before he pleaded guilty. He was convicted and found guilty of a felony attempt to annoy or molest a person believed to be under 18 years of age. In 2009, he was sentenced to 240 days in jail, 3 years of probation, lifetime registration as a sex offender, required to attend counseling, restricted from using the internet, and prohibited from interacting with children under 18. 2022 update. Wow, there's actually an update. Chris Hansen did an episode on Jerry for his Predators I've Caught podcast. According to Hansen, Jerry moved back in with his parents following the sting. He was active on Facebook, mainly using it to document his knowledge and fascination with the public transport system, namely trains, although he has not been active since 2019. Although Chris Hansen claimed that Chris Hansen claimed that Jerry was no longer on the sex offender registry, his Megan's Law page is still accessible. This was likely a mistake on Hansen's part. Interesting. While Jerry didn't explicitly talk about having sex, he was up for human toilet games akin to Lance Fine, Yazan S4, and Edward Hollingsworth, aka Twin Toilet. I guess Hollingsworth the fifth. Which I remember I mentioned this in that video. Like 5 whole Edward Hollingsworths lived and died just for this one to be labeled as a twin toilet, man. Oh, what a poetic end to the Edward Hollingsworth, right? Because I'm pretty sure he had no kids. That is so sad. Jerry is only able to talk to Chris with his torso facing 90 degrees away from him and his head awkwardly twisted towards his shoulder. Many in the fandom believe Jerry to be what an alien that doesn't understand what human law or interaction would be like, jokingly accusing his behavior by claiming the sting was his first day on Earth. Despite being listed as ethnically black in his RSO display, he's actually of a Caucasian and Filipino descent. Many in the community have pointed out that Jerry looks like a different person in every picture, which he kind of does. 2 versions of Jerry's uncut interview exist with 2 different angles, one of which has full editing. This indicates Jerry was supposed to be fully featured in the story, but was cut due to limited airtime. He does look like a different person every time. That's 2024. That was last year, which is crazy. Who's this? Who? I don't know who that is. Christopher Bernard. Big chair. Interesting. Maybe we'll look at him. Who knows? Way. Oh, so good, man. Anyway. So we'll leave it here. Thank you for watching. You know, me watch Jerry Wayne Martin Kosis, man. What a guy. What a horrible watch, man. The head crap. What were you thinking, man? Anyway, yeah. So if you want more TCAP, if you have like a recommendation in mind, you know, anything, remaster, Takedown with Chris Hansen, you know, Hansen vs. Predator, or TCAP, put in the comments. Maybe you'll be featured in the next one. Who knows? But yeah, we'll leave it at that. And thank you for watching. I'll be leaving now. Goodbye.